so the first claim that was made by my opponents was that Prism violates the Fourth Amendment. However, we say that it does not violate the Fourth Amendment because I'm going to read to you Section 702 from the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act. That section of the law authorizes intelligence agencies to collect information on non-U.S. residents as part of their efforts to gather foreign intelligence. Obama said that the program cannot be used to target anyone inside the U.S. or U.S. citizens anywhere in the world, and includes extensive procedures specifically approved by the court to ensure that only non-U.S. persons outside the U.S. are targeted, and that minimize the acquisition, retention, and dissemination of incidentally acquired information about U.S. persons. So the fourth only applies to American citizens, and this section itself regulates the intelligence agencies only to investigate non-U.S. citizens. And as mentioned, they do their best to minimize the access of American data if it is obtained incidentally. Next, Timothy Lee from the Washington Post also defends that case, saying defenders of the NSA's activities argue the Fourth Amendment doesn't apply because FISA, which is the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act, FISA orders only target non-Americans. So another reason why the Fourth Amendment doesn't apply here is because the NSA also must apply certain safeguards. For example, the NSA must withhold the names of U.S. persons who are not relevant to ongoing investigations when they distribute information, unless that person's communication contains evidence of a crime or relevant to a range of national security and foreign intelligence concerns. So the Fourth Amendment states that people are secure against unreasonable searches. However, the reason is to find terrorists and their connections to prevent their actions. So there is still privacy. As mentioned, they disclose the information that they gather about Americans, and they do not investigate any further if an American has no potential terrorist connections. So their second claim was that Prism has the potential to be dangerous to the American populace, and we say that Prism is practically harmless to the people of America. Timothy Lee, also from the Washington Post, said that in February 2013, the Supreme Court threw out a legal challenge to the law because plaintiffs couldn't prove that they had been personally been affected by the target of surveillance. So there's no exact proof that an American has been surveilled by the NSA. And also, another reason why it is harmless to the people is because people don't really care too much about the surveillance. As a poll was taken by the Business Insider, they asked this question to a few adults. For the past few years, the Obama administration has reportedly been gathering and analyzing information from major internet companies about audio and video chats, photographs, emails, documents involving people in other countries in an attempt to locate suspected terrorists. The government reportedly does not target internet usage by U.S. citizens, and if such data is collected, it is kept under strict controls. Do you think the Obama administration was right or wrong in gathering and analyzing that internet data? And the results that they got was, overall, according to the poll, the public had exhibited a collective shrug to the new revelations detailing the scope of the NSA surveillance efforts. On its collection of phone data, the public is less gung-ho about the program, but still support it. 51% say the Obama administration was right, while 48% say it was wrong. Another survey conducted by Pew Research Center, so it said that our surveys show that 1/2 of Americans think it would be difficult for them to find tools and strategies to help them be more private as they use technology. The vast majority have not yet adopted some of the more advanced tools that would encrypt their communications or make them less visible when they are using the internet. So this basically means that a lot of Americans haven't really taken that extra step to guard them from the NSA surveillance. So their third claim was that the Freedom Act would make Prism operate constitutionally. And we say that the Freedom Act can't play a role in Prism because this would lead to less security in America, potentially more terrorist attacks. So Barbara Starr from the CNN Security Clearance states that we can confirm that we are seeing indications that several terrorist groups are in fact attempting to change their communications behavior based on specifically what they are reading about on our surveillance programs in the media. So this is after when Snowden leaked the information, and after that terrorists have already changed their ways of communications. These kind of programs, they thwart potential terrorist threats. Josh Gerstein of Politico argues that recently leaked communications surveillance programs have helped thwart more than 50 potential terrorist threats around the world since September 11 attacks. This was said by National Security Agency Director Keith Alexander. Keith Alexander also said that 90% of the potential threats incidents were disrupted by the web traffic program known as Prism. Deputy FBI Director Sean Joyce said the web traffic program has contributed to averting a bomb in the New York Stock Exchange that resulted in criminal charges in 2008. He also indicated that Prism program was essential to disrupting a plot to bomb the New York City subways in 2009. And in that case, in the 2009, a man named Najibullah Zazi was investigated by Prism because he had sent emails to terrorist bomb makers, stating that that he was making a plan to bomb the New York subways. And so, to conclude, data collection makes the world safer, so programs like Prism are basically made to make our world safer. And Keter Suleiman from IT Pro states that isn't the whole point of data collection to make the world a safer place? The internet is now critical to our daily lives. Not only is it a primary source of information, but it's also the cornerstone of our economies, providing jobs and facilities and facilitating the transfer of goods and services. Unfortunately, the internet is also heavily abused. The web is not used only to plan, but to promote and execute atrocious actions, including pedophilia and terrorist attacks. So programs